Hello and welcome to the Smoking Actors Jubilee. I'm Bruce Burns, and thank you for joining me. Today we're going to talk about paying attention. Okay, this is all drilled into actors' minds. Pay attention to what's said to you. Listen, listen is a big thing. Well, there's a lot more to pay attention to. And in order for you to do your job, you've got to pay attention to kind of a lot of things at once. But on the other hand, you have to be focused. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, I studied a little bit of Tibetan Buddhism, and there's a book called The Tibetan Book of Living and Dying by Sogyo Rinpoche, which is a holy man who was my teacher's teacher, which is a pretty cool thing. But anyway, in this book, which is a pretty famous book, and great, if you want to learn about it, this is the way to do it, and a great read. And what he said in there about meditation is that he likened it to a person who's in a sword fight with an opponent, with a singular opponent, in the middle of a battle. Okay, in the middle of the battle, there's usually a lot going on. It's hand to hand, kind of. I picture this medieval with swords and armor and stuff. Okay, well, uh, this person has to be completely focused on the task at hand, which is trying to keep this guy from killing him and probably trying to kill him. Um, so um, so yeah, that's really that's kind of the most important thing you could do at that moment. But on the other hand, there's battle raging 360 degrees around this guy. Okay, so all right, so what do you pay attention to? Can you pay attention? Yes, that's meditation. Okay, you can focus and you can pay attention to what's around you at the same time. Actors do it all the time. You're into a scene, and you've got a camera that's 4 inches away from your face. So there's this lens right there, and lights and shit moving around and stuff like that, and okay, ready, go, and there's a lot of stuff going around, right? And you have to be aware of a lot of it. You have to stay in your light. You have to stay in the lens if you can, if that's what you're supposed to do. You have to do all these things that they instruct you to do. Okay, walk down the hallways and trip. Okay, trip and fall back. Whatever. And So you've got a lot of things. I once got in some trouble. I was playing a role outside, and it was a very intense death scene in the fifth act of Cyrano de Bergerac. And the sun had moved while we were rehearsing a little bit, and I was out of my light because I used a dapple of sunlight as my spotlight, and it's kind of a cool effect. But anyway, and what I needed to do was move a couple feet over. So the director said, you're out of your light. And I said, oh, yeah, I was thinking about that at the time. Well, he freaked out. He didn't understand that actually, I'm sorry, my cat thinks that it's a good idea to rub her face on the camera. So anyway, Michael, man, how can you do that? You must be focused. You must be concentrated. No, man, no. You must know what's going on around you. If you're out of your light, you are not doing your job. If you are off your mark, you are not doing your job. If you flub your lines, you are not doing your job. If you don't know when the next cue is, you're not doing your job. So all these things are bouncing around in there, right? And you've got to pay attention to all of them, but you have to focus on your performance. Okay, the performance is the most important thing. These are peripheral when it comes down to it. So you're focused on the sword fight and knowing the battle is raging about you. Bruce Burns, 5 minutes. Bye bye.